Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Hare Chevrolet Field in Noblesville, Indiana. This is Hometown Television and Hamilton County TV's live coverage of high school football. And believe it or not, folks, we are in week 4 of high school football season. Tonight's game on Hometown is brought to you by Community Health Network, also by Smith's Jewelers, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, Ivy Tech Community College, Mark Hairbrandt, Hamilton County Commissioner, Indiana Restoration and Cleaning Services, Logan Street Signs and Banners, and Noblesville Trophies. I'm Craig Atkins alongside Jack Russell. So far, Jack, it looks like it's going to be a beautiful night, but with the inclement weather coming in, Brebeuf Jesuit and Zionsville started their game at 5:30 just in anticipation of that weather, and I hope we don't see the weather we've seen the past few weeks.
No, I hope we don't either, because we have two teams coming off of big wins last week, and I'm excited to see that the fans are here. It's packed. It should be a good game tonight.
Yeah, it should be a great game. Both teams coming off extremely good wins. The first 2 weeks of the season, Zionsville averaged 55 points a game, but they also in week 2 gave up 54 to Lebanon, and it kind of came back to bite them right in the rear end, if you will, because Westfield's defense came to play last week. You saw that game, called that with Brad Silbert, and Westfield just completely stymied and shocked Zionsville with a 48-8 home win, and kind of setting this up for a week 4 matchup with a Noblesville team that's also 1-0 in the conference. Noblesville went to Fishers last week and came away with a 28-21 come from behind kind of back and forth victory in Fishers. So both teams are coming in on highs this week.
Yeah, and I think, like you said, I think it's just a big win for Noblesville last week, and then really Westfield right out of the gate against Zionsville did a great job of shutting down that offense, and really with still probably 10 minutes left in the second quarter, they were up 28-0. So they did what they were supposed to do against a high-powered Zionsville offense, and so that's what makes this game even more exciting. Is you're not having any slumps right now. You've got a Noblesville team that's excited about that win that they got last week, and Westfield this tough D. So I'm excited to see how this goes. It could be down to the wire. Fourth down, whoever has the ball last wins.
Yeah, it's gonna. I mean, we're gonna see two great defenses because someone asked me. They said, Noblesville big win at Fishers last week. I said I think that was a game where both sides of the ball, Noblesville grew up, and you can also say the same thing about Westfield because people anticipated just a lockdown, back and forth thing like Noblesville had at Fishers against Zionsville last week for Westfield, but that wasn't the case because Westfield was pretty much able to do whatever they wanted, and everything worked.
Right, and I think one of the factors tonight is going to be that you have someone like Sweet, the quarterback. He's not going to be playing tonight. So what can the junior do, Cameron Nance, what can he do on the offensive side to keep what's going on this offense keeps moving? Because I'll tell you, the running game last week, and I can tell you right here, 704 yards total for the season. But you look here, 316 yards last week against Zionsville.
That's insane.
That is what they're gonna. That's what they're gonna rely on. They're gonna rely on people like Swedan. They're gonna rely on someone like Frolich to keep the offense moving. But with that, with Nance as the quarterback, he's going to have to take opportunities because as your running game gets better and better as the game goes on, the defense starts to scoot up. And one thing that Sweet is able to do is capitalize on the big play. So it'll be interesting to see if Nance can also capitalize on those big plays today.
Yeah, it was kind of one of those kind of surprising things when caught wind from our Perry Williams that, Sweet had injured his left shoulder and his parents were going to get a second opinion. But then we look down in warm-ups, we see him not in pads at all. He's just got his jersey on with, in street clothes. So Cam Nance, he's a junior, but he is the junior varsity quarterback. So obviously he's gotten some reps, but you get thrust into a varsity game, it's a lot of pressure, and I realize it's not too far east, but you're on the road.
Right, and I think more than anything, I think Coach Gilbert is probably thinking it's a marathon and not a sprint. So keeping Sweet out, I know it's a big game, but when you play in the Hoosier Crossroads Conference, pretty much everybody on your schedule is a big game. So it's getting the ability to get Sweet ready and prepared as we get towards, we're 4 weeks in already. Think about that. It's crazy that we're already 4 weeks in, and sooner or later we'll be talking sectional time. So we got to get him ready. They've got to get him ready to play and ready to go.
Yeah, other games in the Hoosier Crossroads Conference tonight. Avon is at Brownsburg. Avon 2-1 after they've kind of gone win so far. Brownsburg 3-0 with the Clemson signee and Hunter Johnson at quarterback. They're 3-0. The Bulldogs hosting the Orioles tonight. Let's see, also in the Hoosier Crossroads Conference, the battle for the Mud Sock at Hamilton Southeastern. Fishers with the shortest trip in the state.
Yeah.
They'll be playing at Hamilton Southeastern tonight. Fishers, actually, they're both 2-1 and 0-1 in the conference. So it's crazy to think that someone out of that Fishers Southeastern matchup tonight is going to be 0-2 in Hoosier Crossroads Conference play. And also tonight in conference play, Brebeuf Jesuit is at Zionsville. That's a non-conference game, obviously, with Brebeuf as part of that Circle City Conference with, I believe, Ron Colley, Guerin, and Ritter.
Yeah.
Yes. And I believe we're going to pause briefly as the Noblesville Millers Marching Band will play for us our Star Spangled Banner. Great rendition of our Star Spangled Banner by the Noblesville Marching Band. And we are set for kickoff momentarily. We got about 7 minutes roughly until kickoff. And we will, other games in the area of local interest. Guerin Catholic heads down to Indianapolis Thomas R. Howe High School. Both teams 2-1. And Sheridan trying to even their record up at 2-2 as they will host Carroll of Flora. Carroll is 3-0. Tipton 2-1 is at Hamilton Heights 2-0. And I'd like to get your take on this as we, and also Pike is at Carmel. Pike could drop to 0-4 as they'll be at 1-2 Carmel tonight. What Hamilton Heights and Kokomo, what they did 2 weeks ago by, canceling their game and their opportunity to play in Lucas Oil Stadium. And,
Yeah, it's an incredible opportunity for those athletes to learn about the idea of not only a community and how that can bring you together, but really it's about going out of your way for somebody else. And I think that more than playing under the lights of Lucas Oil, those kids are going to remember that forever. To be able to go up and help somebody in need is great. And really, to talk about Kokomo, when they say Kokomo strong, they're not kidding. I mean, the people of Kokomo are very, very passionate about their community and passionate about what they do. So it was a great opportunity for, I think, both sides to understand that you play for the name on the front of your shirt and not on the back. So I think that was an incredible opportunity for both schools.
It's an outstanding thing that you don't see. There are very few, I think, that I've seen high school teams that have their names on the back of their jersey, because it is about what's on the front. And both, we had Coach John, special teams coach for Hamilton Heights, John Kirshner, on the coaches show week and a half ago, and it seemed like he was just overall just humbled at the experience they had. Whether it was parents, it was all the players, the cheerleaders. They took buses. It was like they went up in droves to help Kokomo and their community out. And because we all, with that storm, we relate the video of, the Starbucks just folding like, nothing. And it's
yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think it's amazing, the power of sports.
Yeah.
That's you see everyone here. You see the youth sports lining up for the Millers to come out of the tunnel. Sports has the ability to change communities and change things, and that's why we put on the headsets to do this too. Is we love being able to come out on a Friday night and do this.
Yeah, and it's as much as people try and think of just as one thing. Sports do bring people that much closer, and it's different activities like this that just make communities that much stronger. And I mean, heck, you can see it right here with the youth football teams out there ready for Noblesville's team to come through it. And it's all that community, that unity, and it just makes everyone and everything that much stronger. And I wouldn't expect anything less out of the Hamilton Heights community as it continues to grow, because I mean, as I'll list your title, President of the Westfield Chamber of Commerce. I mean, you probably have relations, obviously, with Noblesville, Cicero.
Oh yeah.
The neighboring towns and cities, and you probably, I mean, all the neighboring cities and towns of Kokomo and even around here all reached out.
Oh, absolutely, and that's the best thing about having a region like we do in Hamilton County is serving others, and we have a lot of people that live here that serve others, and it's a great community to live in here in Hamilton County, and really not a bad place anywhere in the state of Indiana to live. So always a great atmosphere.
Yeah, it's continuously growing, and I mean, as you see with the Westfield community over there, and you grew
we're growing a little bit.
Before we know it, Westfield will also be in Class 6A, but they come in this week as number 3 in both the Associated Press and the IHCAA poll. And also Zionsville holding strong at number 10 in Class 5A.
Well, and them being number 3 in 5A, this is really their big test with the 6A school, and I think it's going to be an interesting test for both Noblesville and for Westfield, because they have different things, whether it's on the offense or defensive side, that makes them so unique. On the defensive side for Westfield lately, I mean, you're talking 8 interceptions so far in 3 games. A really surprising, not crazy surprising, but surprising defensive stance in the last 3 games. And the thing for the Millers right now is that the game's not over till it's over.
Right.
And they experienced that last week. So that's what makes this game a little bit more fun this week.
Yeah, and it's I think this is going to be one of the more popular games just because, this evening, just because of what both teams did last week. Westfield winning by 40 at home against Zionsville, and then Noblesville with a huge, they were down 14-7 at one point and come back for a 28-21 win at Fishers. So it's, it's going to be interesting. And we see down here number 50, Grant Bullard. He's one of the mainstays in the middle of the Noblesville defense. It'll be interesting to see how their defense operates without him. Also looks like number 81, Clay Weiss, and 85, Chase Yedon for Noblesville. And the big one for Westfield, if you folks out there just joined us, quarterback number 13, Andrew Sweet, the 6'3", 190-pound senior quarterback, will not be suited up tonight for the Shamrocks. It'll be 5'8", 160-pound junior. So you're giving up a half a foot and 30 pounds. So it's going to be quite a transition from the first 3 weeks for Westfield's offensive line, because I've seen it before with my alma mater, and in I believe it was 1999. It's going to be tough to as we see the Shamrocks across the way on the east sideline, but it's going to be tough because they're used to not really blocking up. Sweet's not huge, but it's a difference when you've got a 6-7 inch different, drop off in height.
Yeah, you're talking when you look at Cameron at 5'8", you look at even the last 8 years with Pepio last year, and then I can't remember the quarterback before, but you're talking 4'8", and then with Sweet this year, pretty tall and pretty big quarterbacks. So when you have someone like Cameron Nance, 5'8", 160 pounds, that seems like a pretty good-sized quarterback or pretty normal-sized quarterback. But when you're in Westfield, when you're used to a 6'3", 6'4", 6'5 quarterback, it's going to be unique because as we were looking at the lineup for Westfield, this is not a small offensive line.
No, especially in the middle.
Right, 6'6", 290, and it goes all the way down to 6'2", 260. So an interesting line that's been used to a tall quarterback. So that's something that they'll have to work through again, especially in the passing game, to make sure that they don't become one-dimensional.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because obviously, a bulk of the yardage was rushing yards last week against Zionsville. So it's going to be, they're probably going to do it the same, as they call it, that's their bread and butter. But obviously, we'll see what kind of arm that Cam Nance has, as it looks like Noblesville will be kicking off.
Yeah, that's true. We could have Nance come out here and throw 150 yards and probably keep me quiet for the rest of the game.
We could all be critics. We don't. No, I'm kidding.
No, I'm sure he's been preparing for this. For the week, and this is a big game for him. So
we are set. Yep, we are set for kickoff. Jack Knight going to kick it off for Noblesville, kicking south to north. Looks like back there to receive is 22 Hauser, and
we've got number 21, Drew Newstifer.
And we knew we were going to call Newstifter. And that's going to go to Newstifter. Check that. That's going to Hauser. Now he caught that on the goal line.
Over to Pettijohn. So here come the Westfield offense. Something I love to see is you have Andy Sweet right there on the sideline. Has his playbook in hand, and he's pretty much in the huddle.
He's another coach out there, which is what you have to expect out of your quarterback, despite being injured.
And that's that senior leadership at its finest.
So we see lined up on this side, Newstifter. Lined up on the near side, Evan Manley, the far. I formation. Nance hands it off.
To looks like
Sweet Ann. Check that, Freilich. Are we saying that right, Freilich? Or
his name is Frolich.
Frolich.
So gain of about a yard.
Check that. They're going to give him no game. Maybe a half of football. So Froelich.
It's interesting because he's playing under center. They usually have an option formation. Nance.
Little offset eye. Hands it off up this time.
Froelich.
Froelich again. Breaks a little across the 25. Up near about the 33-yard line. And that'll be a first down for Westfield.
Great job by Froelich. It looked like there was no room to run. Finds himself an opportunity and gets a first down.
After a no gain on first down, gets himself out to the 33 for a 13-yard pickup and the first Westfield first down of the night. Like I said, it'll be interesting to see how Noblesville's defense reacts with no Grant Bullard, their middle linebacker.
So Swedan and Froelich are in the backfield.
So it's almost like Swedan's playing the fullback.
Which
they could probably flip-flop if they want to.
Right, that's a smart move by Coach Gilbert, especially with a new quarterback in play.
Yep, looks like he'll line up as almost like a wing off the left there. Nance hands it off. Froelich breaks it across the 40 and up to about the 44-yard line.
And that's what they do. They play that option formation. If you're looking at Nance, he holds on to that ball as long as possible to be able to read it.
See, if you hold on to the ball like that, because obviously the front seven of a defense is going to anticipate a hole, and that's what happened there with that 12-yard pickup by Froelich.
So Nance getting the play call from the sideline. Again, now they're getting back into that. That's the formation right there that they usually typically are in.
Nance
hands it off again.
Yep, Froelich spins right into Zach Tuane's arms, and looks like 45 Scott Berghoff, and they'll give him I think that's about a 2-yard pickup.
And that's one of the things that Noblesville will have to stop is that someone like Froelich or Sudan, when they get the ball and it looks like you stop them at the 45-yard line, they don't stop moving their feet. That gives them about 3 more yards.
Yeah, that's one thing a coach is going to tell you, to keep trucking until you're going to get taken down. And that's exactly what Froelich is doing. As 2nd down and 8 at their own 47-yard line. Looks like it's right between the 47 and 48. Just 2.5 in. Craig Atkins alongside Jack Russell. Nance fakes the handoff and throws it long. Intercepted by, looks like, Ben Groover. And I want to say that might be his 3rd interception of the season. And he turned on that like a receiver. Nope. 2 interceptions on the season according to the Max Preps stats. And so Noblesville, it's kind of like an ISO right there. The first pass attempt by Nance, intercepted by Ben Groover. Noblesville will take over at their own, looks like 35-yard line. Handoff, Chandler Hurst.
He's brought down on the play by number 22 for the Shamrocks, and that's going to be Kobe Hauser.
Yeah, in the first 3 weeks, 65 carries, 358 yards for the quarterback, Ryan Barnes. 148 on 36 from Chandler Hurst. So 4-yard pickup there by Chandler Hurst. Barnes keeps it himself. He'll get up to about the 44-yard line. 5-yard pickup. And it'll be a 3rd and a short 1. Good crowd tonight.
On both sides.
Yeah, and we're hoping that this weather, we don't hope it hits anywhere, as we'll get keeper up the middle by Ryan Barnes. Looks like the near side spot is close. So you never can tell from the chain gang when they're across the way. Looks like it may be 4th and short. So technically you give Barnes a no gain.
Yeah.
No gain there. 4th and 1. Technically at the 44. Noblesville's own 44. Barnes in tight, and yep, he'll get over the 45 up to about the 47, possibly the 48. So both teams each with 1 first down now. Millers have it. 1st and 10 at their own 48. Handoff to Chandler Hurst. He breaks it across the 50 and is taken down at the 45, so 7-yard pickup.
So 2nd and 3 for the Millers.
I continually, every week, I'm amazed by how these high school kids are doing no huddle like it's nothing.
Oh, yeah.
And the quarterback just, out there barking signals, and they had to reset the play clock, it looked like. Because I think once the play's over, they started at 40 and just let it run so he doesn't have to keep blowing his whistle every time that they –
Right.
Looks like Noblesville shifting personnel in and out. Play clock stopped at 25 for some reason, but. And now he starts the play clock. In the pistol is Barnes. He's got Hurst to his left. Keeps it. He'll get down inside the 45 to the 43. It's like a generous spot here by the near side linesman.
Yeah, it's going to be close.
But it'll be a 3rd and a short 1.
Third and 1.
At the Westfield 45, and he looks like he breaks just over the first down marker down to the 41, so 2-yard pickup. And if these two teams have to grind it out like they're doing with the running game, that's what they're going to do.
Yeah, and that's the 3rd or 4th time they've ran that same play for Barnes.
Mm-hmm. He's got 5 carries for 13 yards. Now it looks like 17 Ben here. They're going to have 3 receivers out to the far side. His main target is 44, Jackson Thurman, who's split out to the far side. Hurst, nope. Barnes will keep it, fake to the handoff. Now it's 40. Down to the 37 maybe.
There's a flag on the play.
And that's down to Kobe Hauser to tackle. Met his grandma last week at Westfield.
Oh, yeah?
My girlfriend, she used to work at St. Joseph's College, and Kobe's grandma teaches there currently.
Oh, very cool.
Teaches math, and she was watching, came down to watch her grandson play.
He's a great athlete.
Yeah. He was all over the field last week.
Might have been looked like it was a holding call.
First penalty of the game is of the 10-yard variety. So Noblesville will be marched back 10 yards to the Westfield 46.
So 1st and 10, ball on the 46-yard line.
Handoff. Chandler Hurst inside the 45 down to the 43 on a 1st and 15. Looks like it was a spot foul. Actually, yeah, it was. Two yards on the pickup. A tough 2 by Chandler Hurst. 2nd and 13 at the Westfield 44. We're at the midway point of the first quarter. No scores so far. Wow, three skilled players in a bunch skipping from right to left. Don't see that often. Hand off to Chandler Hurst. He'll dance. Gets down to the 41. That's going to leave Noblesville almost back to the original, and it will be back to technically the original line of scrimmage. Third and 10 at the Westfield 41-yard line. And we'll see how Westfield's defense responds with this. This would be a huge third down stop for them.
You've got Beam on the near side for the Shamrocks, along with Schultz on the near side as the safety.
Barnes back, has time, goes up the sideline and out of the reach of Jackson Thurman.
That's going to bring up 4th and 10.
So it looks like punter Chase Evans is going to try and pin the Shamrocks deep. 5'8", 138-pound punter. He's standing at his own 46-yard line. Back there is 22 Kobe Hauser for Westfield. Oh, off the side of his foot, a bad punt there by Chase Evans. And Westfield will start with good field position as they will have the ball, looks like at about the 36-yard line.
So out comes the Westfield offense, who last time threw an interception. So we'll see what they can do here with the running game and try to see if we can get some passes as well for the Shamrocks here.
Yeah, the first pass by Cam Nance didn't bode too well as Ben Groover turned around and played it like a wide receiver. It's a rare thing for a 6A football team. He plays both ways, receiver on offense, but he turned around and played it like a ball was being thrown to him. So Westfield will start 1st and 10, 4:44 left, first quarter at their own 36. Swedian in motion, handoff,
gets to the
Froelich. Looks like maybe a 1-yard gain.
And anytime that they've ran a play, it's really all gone to Froelich so far this first quarter. When they went away from it, they threw an interception. So something may be working with Froelich.
Sometimes bread and butter is not a bad thing. 2nd down and 9 at their own 37.
It's an interesting style. Anyone that was watching the game last week with Westfield, just a completely different offense right now.
And they're going to have to with Sweet on the bench as play action fake. Nance almost picked off again. Incomplete. I guess he caught the ball out of bounds. We'll see who that was on the coverage for Noblesville. And looks like 84 Wyatt Blades on that coverage for Noblesville. So it'll be 3rd down and 9.
So they're subbing it out here. Into the game, number 88, Hayden Russell. No relation.
Big boy. Cam Nance, hands off.
Again,
bottled up in the backfield. Looks like almost a no gain. Is that Froelich again? That'll be a no gain, so it'll be a 4th down and 9 at their own 37 for Westfield, and they'll be forced to punt. Looks like Chandler Hurst, number 13, back there deep. Somewhat deep anyway. We'll see what kind of foot. Actually, he does have a great foot.
Will Harrison, oh yeah.
I think they may have these backwards. I thought Harrison was the place kicker. Is he both now?
He is both. Will Harrison is both place kicker and the punter.
Yeah, he seems to be one of the more consistent kickers that I've seen throughout the state, and it wouldn't surprise me if he ends up on the North-South All-Star team. The North team, obviously.
Oh yeah. Great punt.
Yeah, 2-8 got in there, but with 3 personal protectors, fat chance of trying to block that one. So that punt down at the Noblesville 25 by Chandler Hurst on a fair catch. So with 3:12 left first quarter, Noblesville will take over at their own 25-yard line.
And really right now it's just the offenses are trying to figure each other out. And for Westfield, they're trying to figure out their own offense with Nance being in there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're, if you have any details or when, Sweet, I know he injured it last week against Zionsville, or when he actually was ruled out, but that throws an offense for quite a loop.
It does, because someone like Sweet, really as a senior quarterback running an option, it's interesting because you have to completely, as you've seen, Coach Gilbert has to completely reshape his offense to make Nance comfortable for this game.
Couple scoring updates. Avon and Brownsburg tied 7-7 late in the first quarter.
Great open field tackle by number 7, Caleb Sandburn. If he didn't get him, he may have been gone there.
Ben Norton gets a field goal for Fishers as they are within 4 points at 7-3, just past the midway point of the first quarter. And it looks like Center Grove 6, Ben Davis nothing in that huge Mick battle down on the lower west side.
3rd and 9, ball on the 26-yard line.
Pistol, Hurst, now Barnes back. And he is drilled
hard
by a Westfield defender. I think Westfield's defense has woken up.
Yes, they have. Number 42, that's going to be Hank Grenda. Anytime you're in the open field and Grenda has an opportunity, he's going to make a big play. So again, 4th down, getting ready to exchange it, or get it back to the Miller or get back to the Shamrock. So again, offense is just trading possessions, trying to figure each other out here.
So back to punt. Evans, almost over his head, so he's got to kind of scramble. Nice spiraling punt. You don't see that often. Quickly spiraling, and that's going to go past Hauser and roll a beautiful, wow. Yeah, definitely the one that went maybe 10 yards, if that, the first punt. Yeah, like Perry just said in my right ear, completely makes up for it.
That was a great punt. So Westfield gets the ball back.
Can you tell Bob that?
They have been a little off so far, but I would have expected that with Nance coming in, but so far almost every play has gone to Froelich. So let's be interesting to see here how they can add Sudan or Manley into the offensive sets here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll be interesting because obviously, I try and keep pretty steady stats, and all 6 carries have gone to Froelich.
And that may be a strategy because Sudan is a much bigger running back. Using him as a blocker for them may be better. But, again, over to Froelich.
Froelich again goes off tackle right side, and looks like Harris Camp and Marcus Emmert take him down, but not before he gains, let's see, from the 12 up to the 27. Nice 15-yard pickup by Froelich. So he's going to pile up some yardage tonight if he keeps this up, and they've got a steady diet of him.
Yeah, he's going to be a little tired come halftime if they keep handing him the ball.
Handoff again to Nate Froelich, and he'll be knocked out of bounds.
I know we've said this, but what amazes me with Froelich is his footwork. He doesn't stop moving him, and that's impressive when you watch him play.
Yep, 5-yard pickup there, so 8 carries for 48, and do the math with me, Jack. That's nice, 6 yards a crack. Can't beat that with a stick.
No.
But you hope he doesn't get worn out for Westfield's sake. Twins here to the near.
Handoff to Froelich.
And he's wrestled down. Looks like Dalton Davis, number 56, just almost gave him a bear hug and took him right down. But he did pick up 1 yard there.
So 3rd down and 5.
We're under a minute first quarter. Ball at their own 33-yard line, so a 3rd and 4. Nance, as Froelich dots the I, and he's taken down. Looks like Josh Garcia, and 61. I've got too many sheets over here.
Number 61 is Roman. Looks like Roman Dziki.
Zenik.
So here comes the punting unit again. Will Harrison for the Shamrocks.
28-21, Brebeuf leads Zionsville late third quarter. Yeah, they did start that game at 5:30 with the anticipated weather, which, I mean, with weather Zionsville's had in recent the last month, you can't blame them there.
So the first quarter comes to a close, and it's 0-0 here at Hare Chevrolet Field.
I'd like to thank our sponsors this evening, and those without them we couldn't get this broadcast on the air and couldn't be possible. Community Health Network, Smith Jewelers, Church Hiddle and Antrim, also Ivy Tech Community College, the newest branch right here behind us here at the old Noblesville East Middle School. Mark Hairbrandt, Hamilton County Commissioner, Indiana Restoration and Cleaning Services, Noblesville Trophies, and Logan Street Signs and Banners. And Perry's quick on the iPad. We got some scoring updates. Looks like Carmel leads 14-7 as Ethan Merriweather has a 6-yard touchdown catch as they lead Pike. It's hard to believe Pike would go to 0-4 if they were to drop this one at Greyhound Stadium tonight. And we'll get some additional scores. But so far, I mean, now we see Westfield back to punt as we start the second quarter. Nice booming kick, and that should be fair caught, and it is. Back there by, I believe that was Chandler Hurst.
And as you look at high school sports, having a great punter or a great field goal kicker really helps from the offensive standpoint to get you in good field position.
Check that. That was number 19, McGuire Plummer. Some of those gold numbers, they kind of wrinkle up. So this time, Westfield started at their own 12. Noblesville will start at their own 11 and see what they can do with a bigger, trail to the end zone, because we're scoreless. It's 0-0. First drive of the second quarter. End of one. Brownsburg 14, Avon 7 over on the west side. The offset pistol look here. Barnes keeps it, and he breaks a little bit off and running, and wow, I thought he was going down at about the 21, but he gets himself all the way out to the 30-yard line. So like you said, Jack, they keep driving their legs because that's what they're taught and told to do. So 15 yards on the pickup for Ryan Barnes. And Noblesville got themselves kind of out of that deep hole starting at the 11 for a 19-yard pickup. Barnes back to pass, looks up the middle, open. And he goes. No one get there, couldn't reel it in. Would have been a highlight reel catch, but incomplete.
Great job by Barnes. There was really no other place to put that ball.
Yeah.
Great job by Barnes.
Looks like 37, Justin Fry, I believe.
Well, that's the first time on both sides of the field, or both sides on offense, that somebody's went deep and tried to test this defense on both sides of the ball.
Barnes back to pass again and finds Blake Taylor up the left side and across the 40 for the first passing first down of the evening. So that'll be up to the 43 for a 13-yard pickup and a Noblesville first down at their own 43 on the left hash. Hate seeing these clouds roll in, but I don't think it's going to stop this one. We've started. We're going to finish this game.
Yes, we are.
Barnes hands it off. Looks like Chandler Hurst again. He'll be up across the 45, down about the 46. 3-yard pickup there by the 5'8", 165-pound senior tailback. I like to use the term tailback. Running back seems too broad of a term.
2nd and 7, ball on the 46-yard line.
Just about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Barnes rolls out slightly to his right, finds Jackson Thurman up across the 50, and he tries to find room. And he's down to the 47, so a 7-yard pickup by the senior leading receiver for Noblesville so far this year. Jackson Thurman having a pretty good season. He has 16 catches, 254 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
So they're going to mark him short here. 3rd and 1, ball on the 48-yard line. Tackle last time was number 37, Justin Fry.
Fry and looks like Hauser have been on quite a few tackles so far. Trips bunch here to the short side, and Hurst easy for the first down. Haven't seen an easy first. Are we going to have a holding here?
Yep, it looks like it's going to be a holding call.
So he carried the ball from the 48.
Yep.
It'll be on Noblesville. You see the quick reaction there by the man in the white hat.
Yeah, that's tough because as soon as you see your tailback take off, as an offensive lineman, you want to keep moving and keep helping, and sometimes things like that happen.
So that'll march it back from the 48 of Westfield all the way to the ouch.
It makes it a little bit of a longer than
42, if you will.
Yeah.
Check that 41, so it'll be an 11-yard loss on the penalty. Not sure how they have those odd yardage penalties.
Yeah, that's tough.
Lose 6 yards. This is an 11-yard mark off back to the 41, so it was a 3rd and 1. Now it's 3rd and 11. And you'll see trips out to the far, twins in the air. Chandler Hurst in motion. He'll get set. Barnes takes it and finds room. He goes up across midfield. He is off the races going 30. Down. He's taken down about the 28-yard line. 31 yards on the pickup, and wow. We're seeing a dose of what Fisher's got last week because Ryan Barnes, through 3 games, 358 yards on the ground as a quarterback. 31 on the pickup there. And his last 2 carries, 50 yards.
Yeah, it's starting to take a toll here right now for the Shamrocks. They've got to figure this out. But great job by Noblesville keeping to the running game.
And it's another rare thing where you find a seam straight up the gut like that. Chandler Hurst on the carry this time looks like about a 1-yard pickup.
But, from a coaching standpoint, great call by the Noblesville team because 3rd and 11, you've been throwing the ball twice the last 2 plays before then, and, it takes a lot of guts to put in that running play.
Reverse play. Ben Groover's going to carry it, and it looks like he's down to 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Ben Groover. Didn't it? Little trickeration there as the reverse as Groover lined up on the right. Almost like an inside reverse, and takes it 27 yards up the far sideline. And Noblesville with 8:16 left until halftime gets the first score on the scoreboard. So you're looking at 16 minutes until we get the first score on the board. So like you said, both teams are feeling each other out. And that's what it was going to take to do something in this game. Seven to nothing. Noblesville with the lead on Westfield. 8:16 left, first half.
It'll be interesting to see how Westfield can respond to this. Haven't really gotten their offense moving like they have in the first 3 weeks of the season. So it'll be interesting how they respond to a touchdown here.
Yeah, Westfield's offense has to respond here, and I would say my personal opinion, they need to score on this drive because if Noblesville does get the ball back at all here in this late second quarter, they're going to want to score again because Westfield will kick off to Noblesville in the second half. So that comes to Noblesville's advantage. So Westfield's got to respond here.
Good kick.
That's going to be a short kick. It hits the turf, and that's a live ball at that point. And the ball is loose, and Westfield recovers back at the 5-yard line. Oh, my gosh. That was figure out. I'm not sure if that was Pettijohn or Newstifter. I got to use this name. But he's got to realize that you got to get that ball because once the ball is in motion or it's in the air, once the ball – that's a live ball.
It's live.
To say the least. It's a live ball, and
so here come the Shamrocks on their own 6-yard line. 8:12 left to play in the second.
Well, they've had kind of starting in a hole, and they get bottled up here at about the 7-8 yard line. They marked the ball starting at their own 6.
And that's going to go to Pettit. That looks like number 32, actually. It's going to be Caleb Pettijohn.
Different approach. I'm kind of thrown off that Sweet Ann hasn't had a carry yet.
Yeah, especially him being the big running back here. More than anything, again, it's surprising me not being in the pistol formation, keeping it under center or in shotgun. That option play is a big part of the Westfield offense. So it's interesting how they're going about this tonight.
That's one of the bigger things that threw Zionsville off last week. And they're hoping that, it can do something this week against Noblesville. But so far, Noblesville's defense has responded. And stopped at the line of scrimmage, maybe 1 yard gain there by Pettijohn. So he's got a 2 and a 1 yard gain. It's going to be a 3rd down and 7.
And one of the things that you try to avoid, and we talked about it last week against Zionsville, is not becoming one-dimensional. If you become one-dimensional, especially if you're Westfield and that one dimension is having to throw the ball, you're going to be in trouble here going into the game.
Speaking of throwing, they've got 3 wide out to the far side. They're right, technically our left from our vantage point. But the one receiver that gets all the attention usually is Evan Manley. 6 foot, 165 pounds senior. And Westfield calls their first timeout. Another score update. Tipton and Hamilton Heights scoreless up at Husky Stadium just north of us in Cicero, Arcadia rather. And we'll see how many other scores Perry can chase down for us. It's turned out to be a beautiful night. Whatever this weather was that was supposed to come in, I guess subsided. It's going to cool off, and I think we're going to see mid-70s.
Well, Mother Nature was excited to watch a Westfield Shamrocks Noblesville Millers game.
You know it. Mother Nature, she was definitely excited about week 4 of high school football. We'll try and get you up to date on all of our Hamilton County teams in action tonight. An intriguing matchup, in my opinion. Guerin Catholic at Indianapolis Howe went all the way to the 2A semi-state last year before losing to Monrovia. So it should be an interesting matchup for Coach Dilly and company. 3rd down and 7 at their own 9-yard line. Back in the pistol, Nance has time. He's going to throw. Flushed out and picked off again. McGuire Plummer, 10-5, touchdown McGuire Plummer. And we've got a flag on the field, Jack.
Yeah,
we've got a flag at about the 10-yard line.
I think they hit the quarterback. I think they hit him hard.
I caught that out of the corner of my eye as soon as the play happened, and then he got just clobbered. Then the other question tonight, if something were to happen to Cam Nance, who's the 3rd man up?
We're just going to – I think Westfield, what they're going to do is they're just going to have Sweden and Froelich just run the Wildcat.
You'd almost have to, and Noblesville's defense just flip a coin. Okay,
Yep.
who's you guys key on Froelich, you guys key on Sweden,
And I think that is going to be rough in the passer.
and that's one of those 15-yard penalties. So it goes from the 9 all the way up to the 24. So that's big. I mean, Noblesville, if they want, they can still put that on their highlight reel.
Yeah.
Nice pick 6 by McGuire Plummer, but didn't technically go for 6 points and a touchdown. Yeah, it looks like Jason Simmons, Noblesville head coach, is questioning the near side, the home side judge. But I think he had nothing to do with that over there.
So Westfield is going to be 1st and 10, ball on the 24-yard line. 6:31 left in the second. Nance is still good.
Yeah, their 4th first down, this one by penalty. Nance keeps it up the middle. He is up across the 35, down at about the 37. So that may have woken up the Shamrock offense as he picks up 13 yards up to the 37.
And that's what they're good at. That play right there is where the quarterback has an opportunity to read the defense and be the option play. That's what they saw a lot of success last week, which opened up the passing game. So it'll be interesting to see if they can start to do that now. See if they start to clicking with this new quarterback.
Plenty of time as they know they've got it with this extended play clock. In the pistol again with Froelich is Nance. Nance, false start. That's what the flag is.
And it's kind of hard when you got a helicopter trying to land and
Yeah.
you're trying to run the offense.
And it could be a silent count, but here comes
How much do you think
Anthony Calhoun and
How much do you think
TV.
Channel 8 got paid to do that during the offensive play?
It's a funny thing that they're flying in on the chopper right now to behind the visiting stands in the east. I heard an interview with Megan Keown. She was, I think it's McCune pronounced. She and along with Anthony Calhoun, and I'm not sure who else is going to be involved in this tonight for Wish TV. They're going to cover 22 area games tonight via their chopper visits. 22. I just don't understand how that's going to happen unless they have another chopper. But back to it. Nance going to run, finds a little room across the 35 and up to the 41. Yeah, that was Westfield's first penalty. 5 yards by Cam Nance there. It wouldn't be the worst idea if 2 carries, 18 yards, if Nance ran the ball.
Yeah, and that's kind of what their offense looks like. Sweet usually doesn't have a lot of yards, but he has the smart yards, and that's a big thing for the Westfield offense. Starting to pick up a rhythm. That's what Sweet is really good at, is starting to pick up a rhythm for the offense.
Hands the ball off and up to about the 43-yard line. Swedan's first carry. He gets 7 on that pickup. 5:14 and rolling. Late second quarter. Or a little mid-second quarter, we'll call it. They give him 6 yards on the pickup to the 43-yard line. 3rd and 4 at their own 43. This is big. They started this drive at their own 6. Got a blessing penalty when they had 2 things go right. After this play, we'll talk. Nance up, and it looks like he may have dove for a first down over there to the far side.
It's close.
It looks close. They may measure this as the spot right there in front of the first down marker.
And they're going to give him the first down. So Nance, all of a sudden, taking matters into his own hands, and he's getting the first downs here with 4:39 left to play in the second.
Up at their own 47-yard line, 1st and 10, 4:35 left in the second quarter. Craig Atkins with Jack Russell. Perry Williams updating us with scores. Ben Cly on the scoreboard. Lucas and Will upstairs. Jim, he's running the show. I did see Katie. Katie up on the camera as well. So full house, full hands on board tonight. Believe that was Pettijohn with 3 yards on the play.
So the Shamrocks, 2nd and 7, ball on the 50-yard line.
Yeah, I think what they're projecting, if Zionsville would have wanted to and Brebeuf agreed, they probably could have played at 7 o'clock with the look at the radar Perry just showed me. Handoff
to Sweden.
Sweden breaks it a little bit. That's a nice 6-7 yard pickup. He gets down to the 42 of Noblesville, so 8 yards on the pickup and another rushing first down for Westfield. So once again, 2 carries, 14 yards, 3 carries, 23 yards for Nance. The Sweden with 14 yards on 2 carries. So
this is the offense that we're used to seeing for Westfield. First quarter, I think it could have easily been just trying to test this defense and figure out what they are. But I think that they're finally going to get back to how Westfield plays.
Froelich down the 45. 40. Fights his way down to about close to the 35. They'll mark him down to 35. That's 8 yards there for. And do we have extracurriculars?
Yes, number 50. Looks like number 56 after the play.
If that's 56, that's Dalton Davis. There's another one.
He's ejected.
Another flag there. He is gone. Wow. You hate seeing a high school kid get himself ejected, and Coach Simmons is right at him on the side. Actually, not the sideline, not near the numbers. You've got to, as a high school athlete, and no matter what level, keep your cool. Wow. So it looks like for Noblesville now, 42. Will Schultz, 6'1", 200-pound senior linebacker, will be in to replace Dalton Davis. Now my question is, when you get ejected, is this like baseball or basketball where you have to leave the premises, or we did get confirmation? Yep, he does have to leave the field of play as well as, I think, the complex. So, ball technically first down at the Noblesville 43. The first penalty marked down to the 36, if I'm not mistaken, where the referee is standing. Because they can't accept both. I think one of those was declined.
Yeah, they're probably going to decline the first one.
Yeah.
And then,
take the,
this is where the second one was, so move and hit 15
personal
yards.
foul, defense.
And this gives the Shamrocks a little bit of a momentum
Actually, you know
shift.
what? That's going to bring the ball down to the 11-yard line.
And a game of possessions, that can be a huge difference in this game. Unsportsmanlike conduct twice on that play.
So prime position, and they got the ball on this drive 5 minutes and 13 seconds ago. So with the running game, Westfield's eating up clock, and the biggest thing they want to do is A, get on the board so they can tie the ball game up. Right. B, they want to prevent Noblesville from getting the ball the rest of the half, because Noblesville would love nothing better than to, if the ball or the game is tied up, to Noblesville would love to take the lead. Westfield trying to prevent that with eating up all its clock, and they're doing a very good job at it. 1st and 10 at the Noblesville 11. They can get a first down.
That's offsides on
offside.
Millers.
Wow, that's
on this possession, The only thing that they haven't done for the Shamrocks is just hand them the ball in the end zone.
Right, because
just mental plays right now.
32 of those yards from the 43 down to the 11 were penalty yards. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty on Noblesville's defense with an offsides. And you hate to see something like one of your players, getting ejected to just completely rattle your defense. But that's what's going on right here. 2:53 left till half. 1st and 5 at the Noblesville 6. So like I said, Westfield can get a first down without scoring. They can get down to the 1-yard line. So it looks like in the backfield, Nance will be under center. Manley out here to the left. Handoff to Frolich. Finds his way across the goal line and in from 6 yards out. So his 11th carry of the game, and Nate Frolich puts Westfield on the board.
And 2:47 left to play in the second.
And it'll be Will Harrison on to try and boot the PAT to tie this thing up. So we've had scores on consecutive drives as Harrison, nothing but air through the uprights as we are knotted up at 7 apiece. 2:47 left until half. An update from Fishers. They take a 10-7 lead over Hamilton Southeastern on a 37-yard pick six by R.J. Potts. Wow, Southeastern quarterback Adam Mullet, 3 interceptions so far in this game at home against Fishers. There's still 5:39 left to play in the second quarter in the battle for the Mudsock. Here in the battle for the Midland Trophy.
It's been an interesting first half.
It's been real interesting because we saw the first quarter and a third, both teams feeling each other out, and now we've seen both offenses open things up with the running game. And if it weren't for a roughing the passer, this could be a 14-7 game in favor of Noblesville, and that looks like number 21 for Noblesville on the return. That is Alex Foster.
And the Millers are going to start here, it looks like to be on the 15-yard line. Yep,
they will start this drive with 2:42 remaining till halftime at their own 16-yard line.
Coach Simmons firing up the defense here.
You like to see that kind of fire in a head coach.
And then, he does have a little bit to say on that last drive. It's really changing the dynamics of how this game has gone. It's that last drive.
Twins here to the near side. Looks like Blake Taylor, 83 to the far. Hurst in the pistol with Barnes. Barnes finds room up the middle. Nolan Gither
wide open
with a wide open catch. He'll get clear up to the 37, 21-yard pickup there by Nolan Ginther.
And they're going to run the no huddle here.
And Barnes rolls out, and oh my gosh, caught in traffic, but he had 3 defenders on him. And and a big guy, 6'3" tight end, reels in a catch, and
I think it's going to be pass interference.
Yep. Yep, pass interference called against Westfield's defense. So that ball, I believe, was caught at the 46 of Westfield. But they'll take, nonetheless, they're not going to take the actual yardage. They're going to take the penalty yardage. It's about a yard difference down to the Westfield 47.
So 2:24 left to play in the second quarter. 1st and 10. Ball on the 47-yard line for the Millers.
It looks like they will go with Ben Groover and Jackson Thurman, twins to the near, Blake Taylor to the far. Hurst again in the pistol with Barnes. And I wouldn't be surprised to see another pass to Ginther to throw off Westfield's defense. Barnes is rushed, flushes out, goes up middle, and he is down to about the 42. 5-yard pickup for the junior Noblesville signal caller.
Great job by Barnes to see the pressure on the near side of us.
He finds the right seam.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
He had 2 Shamrocks coming right at him, finds the ability to give him a 5-yard gain. Great job by Barnes.
24, Tyler Gonzalez now in there as Barnes picks up 50. He's got 55 yards in his last 3 carries. Keeps it again up across the 40 and down across the 40 to the 36-yard line. And that will be another first down. He picked up 6. They needed 5. That's their 5th rushing first down of the first half. Clock rolling.
1:30 left to play in the second.
Third and one. Didn't give him the first down just yet. And he will sneak it and get that one with ease. Oh, forward progress to the 35.
Clock will stop.
1:19 remaining in the first half. Beautiful night here in Central Indiana.
It is from what we thought we were going to get to this. This is beautiful football weather.
Barnes rolling out a little bit. He's flushed back and throws the ball out of bounds. Caught by head coach Jason Simmons, looks like. Good pair of hands out of him.
What's good is I had him in my fantasy league, so I almost got about 20 yards. I didn't think I was going to get any with having Coach Simmons on my team.
Even catching that ball in the white. Still got Jackson fantasy points as Blake Taylor comes out.
I always try to find the underdogs.
Some things it does work. 59.8 left first half. 2nd and 10 with that ball incomplete. And
That's
we're going to have a false start. You know what that one is.
If you would have told me that penalties would be the ones that would be the factor, that would surprise me.
That's the 6th penalty on Noblesville to my count. Second down and 15 after that 5-yard mark off.
Oh, kept it himself.
Yep, he kept it again and across the 30 and down to about the 27-yard line. Close to another
He kept
first
that
down.
as long as he could. He wasn't going to mess around. And that's what's dangerous about that option play is it as a running back, you can only see so much versus a quarterback seeing the little spots that are open.
Oh,
that's going to be
I think we got a
timeout.
timeout. Near side judge grants that to Coach Simmons, and with 34 seconds exactly till halftime, Noblesville calls a timeout, and they've got a 3rd and 3 at the Westfield 28-yard line.
And that leaves them with 1 timeout left in this half, which is pretty good with 34 seconds left here.
Score knotted up 7 apiece as in consecutive drives. Noblesville started at their own 11, and Ben Groover caught Westfield's defense by surprise with a reverse going right to left. Looked like he was going in motion. Well, he ended up getting the handoff, going 27 yards for the touchdown, running up the east sideline, the left sideline, if you will, to get Noblesville a 7-0 lead. And then a long drive from their own 6. Nate Frolich punched it in front, diving over the goal line from the 6-yard line to help Westfield tie this ball game up 7 apiece. And Noblesville driving with 37. They put 3 seconds back on the clock. 37 seconds left.
This is a very important 37 seconds because Noblesville gets the ball back at halftime. This is an important 37 seconds for both teams. Can really change the momentum of the game here.
Bunched in tight.
Yeah, 3rd and 3.
Trips bunch. Barnes in the pistol and fades it up across the middle. Nolan Ginther has it down inside the 10-yard line. The fumble. And it looks like
they're going to say he's down.
Nope. The one ref
recovered by the Shamrocks. It's going to be recovered by the Shamrocks. 31.2 seconds left. That's the one bad thing about high school football. There is no review.
So can we give a 22-yard catch too? I mean, he did fumble it there.
I would say 22-yard catch, yeah.
So Nolan Ginther, he fumbled on the 6-yard line. Made a great catch in traffic, but couldn't hold on to it.
So I'd imagine they're going to call a kneel down here, and we're going to go to halftime 7-7. Yep.
Smart as Cam Nance will down it, and Westfield will not have to run another play in the second quarter here.
This game, after watching the first half, this game's going to be all about possessions. Whoever has the ball last, I'm telling you, 7-7.
Yep. That's exactly what you said in the pregame, and that's probably how this full tilt affair is going to go for the Midland Trophy as we are at halftime here at Hare Chevrolet Field in Noblesville. It's Noblesville 7, Westfield 7. We'll step aside and take a break ourselves and come back and talk about things at halftime. You're watching high school football live on Hometown Television.
We all have our own story about community.
I truly felt that each doctor, technician, and nurse had the same goal: provide exceptional care and make it simple.
Because of my chronic illness, I have an entire team on my side.
With Community's My Chart, I keep track of everything.
When community says exceptional care, simply deliver it. Those aren't just 4 words at the end of a TV spot.
It's for community patients at the end of a TV spot.
Telling you to believe every word.
You know, when Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage: Logan Street signs and banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
Breast care navigation at Community is a lot like sailing. Navigators have to read the wind without seeing the wind.
The breast care navigator will follow the patient and their family through the continuum of care.
My nurse navigator was always there.
Just to be an advocate for that patient.
You need the biggest support system that you can, and to know that you have one other person there who can help you through it is definitely something that is amazing.
And we're back here live at Hare Chevrolet Field in Noblesville, Indiana. An extended halftime. It was a 20-minute halftime, and they'll put three more minutes up there for the teams to do a warm-up and do some calisthenics and whatnot. 7-7 is our score, as both teams scored toward the middle to the late part of the second quarter. Noblesville started their scoring drive from their own 11, and they were able to punch it in when Ben Groover went in motion and turned into a reverse 27 yards later for a touchdown for Noblesville. Jack Knight with the point after for a 7-0 Noblesville lead. And Westfield started their own 6, and Nate Freilich ended that with a 6-yard touchdown run, and Will Harrison booted it through for a 7-7 tie. But the key thing on that drive, I think, to tie the ball game up was Westfield had the ball at Noblesville's 43, and there was a 15-yard penalty. And then as soon as Dalton Davis figured out it was on him, I think there were some choice words, and the official heard it.
Yeah.
We saw another yellow flag out of the official's pocket, and from the 43, penalty yards went clear down to the Noblesville 11, where that set the Shamrocks up for prime, short real estate. And a couple plays later, Freilich found himself in the end zone for a 6-yard touchdown run, and the game was tied up.
Yeah, and that's going to be important because, we have the stats here from previous seasons, and you look at the amount that each team has won by when they played each other in the last 4 years. You've got 2015, the Rocks won by 4 points. 2014, Noblesville won by 5. 2013, the Rocks won by 3. And 2012, Noblesville won by 4 points.
In that same season, the regular season matchup, Noblesville only won 14-6.
Right.
So,
points,
the last 5 matchups prior to tonight,
right,
8 was the biggest margin of victory for one team. And it's just the rivalry, and you could talk about it with any of the sports, whether it's the other night, I think it was Wednesday night, girls soccer, Noblesville caused some breaks, and they had a solid, and it was surprisingly Noblesville's first victory of the year in girls soccer. They've had a tough road trip, had 2 postponements, and then they came back home for their home opener, if you will. And whether it's volleyball, whether it's baseball, softball, basketball, and girls or boys, the rivalry with Westfield is just huge. And we're seeing the battle we thought we would for the Midland Trophy tonight. And it's definitely building up to what we expected it to be.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how Noblesville comes out in this second half in response to the momentum shift that happened in the end of the second quarter. I think it'll be on Barnes and the Noblesville offense to come out and create that momentum again in the second half like they did in the first half.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Community Health Network, also by Smith's Jewelers, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, Ivy Tech Community College, by Mark Hairbrandt, Hamilton County Commissioner, Indiana Restoration and Cleaning Services, Logan Street Signs and Banners, and Noblesville Trophies. A couple scoring updates courtesy of Perry Williams. Looks like actually at half, Brownsburg 27, Avon 14. And it looks like Carmel all over the Pike Red Devils, 44-14. Carmel has 186 through the air and 159 on the ground. And it looks like they'll be sending Pike to an 0-4 record, something they haven't seen in quite a while. Garrett Catholic is up 17-12 at halftime down at Indianapolis Howe. And that was probably one of those games. It's probably one of those games where it's not going to be an easy night for Carter McGinnis, who is just running the daylights out of opponents this season so far. As we're about a minute from second half kickoff. And it will be Westfield kicking to Noblesville. I believe they'll be kicking north to south, so left to right as you're watching us, folks. And it always comes to my mind, you'd love to be a fly on the wall in either of the locker rooms at halftime because of what happened defensively on each side of the ball and what happened offensively, and how Noblesville can come back mentally from something that happened with one of their own personnel. They had the next man up syndrome going on, and whoever was able to come off the bench. Thank you, Jim. Jim updates us halftime for the Battle of the Mudsock. 13-7 Fishers up at Hamilton Southeastern, and you've got to revitalize Westfield offense because they could have been. It could be a 14-7 hole if it weren't for a roughing the passer where Cam Nance just got completely obliterated after that play where McGuire Plummer had a short pick six. And they came back from that, and they scored on that drive.
Well, and I'm sure if you're Coach Simmons, you're saying, hey, guys, we're not going to beat ourselves in this game.
Yeah.
We have got to do what we do best. And if you're Westfield, you're almost saying the same thing, but with a different quarterback. You're saying, hey, listen, we figured out what works against this defense. Let's try to implement that here in the second half. So, again, it's going to be possessions is going to be the key to the second half. I would not be surprised if we even see in the second half that, again, that test on offense and defense.
Oh, I agree. Couldn't agree more. Glad you've joined us this evening. And we would like to apologize for the mispronunciation of tailback number 23, Nate Freilich. And we'd like to thank his family for joining us, along with all you other viewers out there who are watching us on this beautiful night in central Indiana. I think our humidity has subsided, and we've got some good weather for the weekend. Hopefully the rain goes away as well, and we can have another beautiful weekend here in central Indiana as Westfield is huddled up and Will Harrison is getting set to kick off soon. Back deep for Noblesville is going to be number 21, Alex Foster. And the up backs trying to pick out numbers. I think one of those is 24, Tyler Gonzalez. And away we go. Second half, Harrison kicks it off, and this will be a touchback. And in high school, unfortunately, you cannot return a kick out of the end zone these days. So Noblesville will start at their
So here comes the Noblesville offense out for the second half. See what Barnes and this Noblesville offense can do here.
Looks like they will come out here. Ryan Barnes will be in the pistol with Chandler Hurst. Twins to the near side. Kind of a wing look on the far side. Looks like Jackson Thurman and Ben Groover, 44 and 80. And Barnes looking, going up the middle and out of the almost intercepted by Fry, number 37. But looks like he was going on a deep slant to Ben Groover.
And they've done that a couple times in some of the sets the Millers have, where that middle person in the the tight end or the inside receiver is open right down the middle. So good look by Barnes, and just a missed opportunity right there, but it'll be 2nd and 10.
Just 5 out of 11 now is Ryan Barnes back. He'll keep it himself and finds room across the 20 up to maybe the 23-yard line. Looks like a 3-yard pickup for the junior quarterback. Big third down, and it looks like 7 as the ball looks like, I think, spotted at the 23-yard line. Let's open this window all the way. It's a beautiful night out. I wish we could open your window.
I have 2 windows now. I love it.
3rd and 7 at their own 23. We'll see what Barnes and company do this time. And Westfield jumped.
And he knew it. He knew it as soon as he moved just a little bit, he hit the ground.
Yep, that was number 35, Austin Ward. 5 yards on that penalty.
So that changes how
Oh, yeah.
you
Changes your scheme
approach
completely.
third down.
Twins again to this side. Blake Taylor to the far.
Looks like a quarterback.
And quarterback draw once again. And, just shy of the first down. He gets one up to the 29. So,
it's going to be close.
Not the outcome of that Ryan Barnes thought he would get. I think that was Byron Hubbard, number 8 in there, if I'm not mistaken, for the tackle. And it's 4th and 1 at their own 29.
And they're going to go for it here. 4th and 1, ball on the 29-yard line.
Gutsy call with a tie ball game, just 90 ticks into this second half. And they bunch it. And
he's not going to get it.
He's not going to get it. No gain.
He didn't get it.
No gain by Ryan Barnes. And this is a huge turnover on downs for Noblesville.
That's going to be Westfield ball.
Well, the officials conferring. They're not sure if is it forward progress. If it is, that is a first down. Yep, they just ruled it. That's why you never celebrate early. So 1 yard on the first down pickup. They'll spot the ball right at the 30-yard line in the middle of the field. 1st and 10, Noblesville. They caught a huge break there.
Yes, they did.
Because it looked like he got stopped short of the 30. Barnes looking up the middle he goes, and
too high. About
4 yards shy of the arms of Jackson Thurman. Good objective, but a little. We see the arm that Barnes has, though. He's thrown a couple downfield, and just a beauty down the middle.
You got Coach Gilbert on this other side, still fired up from the 4th down call.
2nd down and 10 at their own 30. Barnes back there. It's 5 wide. 3 to the far. Hurst in motion. And Barnes will keep it across the 30 up to about the 34. Gain of 4. Bringing up a 3rd down and 6. Yeah, that offside call on when Austin Ward jumped was huge. Or obviously this wouldn't be happening.
Yeah, 3rd and 6, ball on the 34 for the Millers.
Twins again here to the near. Pistol with Hurst is Barnes. Fakes the handoff and throws.
Hit as he throws it.
Oh.
Flag on the play.
The ball was thrown between 2 receivers. Looked like Nolan Ginther and these shimmering gold numbers aren't the best to pick out. That was number 80, Ben Groover. So between he and Ginther, and we're going to see a pass interference.
Looks like he's going to call holding.
Oh, defensive holding. So it goes from a 3rd down and 6 at the 34. And they'll march this up. You could say that.
3rd and 1 now. Just had a 3rd and 2. Excuse me. They're going to give
so
the
the
first
second
down.
penalty against Westfield here in the second half. Second first down by penalty for Noblesville. And they are in business at their own 44. Just 3 minutes in, almost 2.5 into the second half. Barnes gets it, hands it off. Chandler Hurst up to the 46. Looks like they marked that originally at the 43, so a 3-yard pickup by Chandler Hurst. He's got 8 carries for 24 yards, averaging 3. Barnes had 11 carries for 90 in the first half. And Freilich had a mess of yards. 3 on the pickup up to the 46, 2nd and 7. Barnes back. He's got time. Looking up the sideline he goes. Jackson Thurman.
Incomplete.
Oh, nope, incomplete.
Incomplete pass.
Great effort. He could technically say he caught it, but going down like that probably trapped it against the turf. Another level up maybe or 2. And he could have sold that as a catch.
Yeah, those type of catches are hard no matter if you're in high school, college,
right,
or even the pros.
3rd down and 7 at their own 46 for Noblesville. 5 wide. Barnes back there by himself. The rush is on.
Way too far.
Throws the ball way over even the secondary. So four straight incompletions on this drive, and I was going to say you can't get too gutsy. 4th and 7 at their own 46, and Chase Evans and company will go out there, and Noblesville will punt this one away.
Well, and it's a good call because you were pretty close to not getting the 4th down on the last one. So
yeah, real close. Looks like, if I'm not mistaken, that's Kobe Hauser, number 22, back there. And Chase Evans back here, and almost blocked in kind of a low liner, but he still gets a spiral on the punt. Caught at his own 13. Shifts, makes some room. Kobe Hauser tripped up at the 25, and he'll get up to about the 27 maybe on the return.
Good punt return there.
Yeah.
So the Shamrocks now come out with 8:22 left in the third. Ball on the 28-yard line. 1st and 10.
It's about a 15-yard punt return there by Kobe Hauser, and he is quicker than snot. Unless it's winter. So Westfield at their own 28, 1st and 10.
Nance, the quarterback, looks.
Hands it
up
off.
to Freilich.
And it looks like it is Freilich. He is Zach Tuane, number 9 in there on the tackle, along with number 20, Harris Camp. Looks like about a no gain. Muscled his way and wasn't able to get any yardage out of it.
So Westfield again with the ball. Nance under center. Freilich in the backfield. Hands it off to Freilich.
Steady die to Nate Freilich, and he's taken down by a Noblesville defender for after about a 2-yard gain. Looks like they'll mark him down at the 30.
It's going to bring 3rd and 8. Ball on the 30-yard line.
13 carries for 65 yards. That's 5 yards a carry for Nate Freilich. Big 3rd down and 8 at their own 30. 7:18 and ticking.
And that's about what they average on the running game, about 5.6 yards in the last 3 games on average. So keep him with it.
Yeah, Freilich doing that himself. Nance has 3 carries for 23 yards. Sweet Ann 2 for 14 but he's only had the ball 2 carries. He's been doing a lot of blocking. Nance hands it off. Freilich up the middle he goes. 35.
Freilich on the
45,
move.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. 70 yards. Wow, what a run by Nate Freilich.
Touchdown, Nate Freilich. And that will
So
put the
much for adding up
Shamrocks
his totals. So he's got 14 carries for $135 now. His second touchdown of the night by Nate Freilich.
And what a great job by the junior, really with an injury in quarterback to be able to take this team and really put this offense on your back and carry the team. That's great.
Well, especially when last week, I mean, it was kind of a split carry deal with he and Jonathan Sweetan, and Harrison boots the PAT through, and the tie has been broken. It's 14-7. Westfield up on Noblesville, 6:46 left, 3rd quarter of play. And I think it stems back to what you said in the pregame, Jack. This game will go back and forth, and whoever has the ball last will probably have a chance to win this ball game.
Yeah, it's been interesting because I do really, I mean, like you said, it's going to be this 6:46, plenty of time for Noblesville to come back out here and respond to that. And it's going to be interesting how they respond to that, because there were some pretty good opportunities the last time, just missing those opportunities. So, one of those passing plays in the last possession would have changed this as well. So we're not going to play the what-if game, but I do think that they're starting to feel that Noblesville I think you'll see him click the second possession on.
Yeah, they're probably feeling some obviously some pressure here as the ball is kicked by Harrison and lands on the back white of the end zone on the end line, and Noblesville will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And for Noblesville, you know, they obviously wish they would have done something in that final possession of the first half, and then they fumbled the ball.
Yeah.
On a big 22-yard pickup by Nolan Ginther down to the 6. And, you know, there's too many instances where they could have, you know, this game could be a tie game right now, or even the roughing the passer when on the pick 6. But they are trailing. Westfield up 14-7. Barnes hands it off. Hurst.
He is met in the backfield.
Looks like he is met. Was barely able to get himself to the 20-yard line, so no gain there by Chandler Hurst. Second and 10 at their own 20. 6:25 on the third quarter clock. Twins to the near. Barnes. Almost a full house back there, and he goes. Jackson Thurman, his second catch of the night. Out of bounds, he'll go at about the 28, I believe. Eight-yard pickup by the senior flanker, Jackson Thurman. That breaks a streak of 4 consecutive incompletes here in the third quarter for Ryan Barnes. 3rd and 2 at their own 28. A big third down on both sides, and here we go.
Barnes is going to keep it himself, or look.
Oh, off the hands. Yep, Thurman felt he had to jump for it.
And
off of his hands and incomplete.
4th and 2. The offense still on the field, and here comes the punting team.
Yep, here comes Chase Evans and his punt team.
And that's a great call. It on the 28-yard line, the momentum a little bit towards Westfield. Getting that punting situation,
it's
making
too
them
risky
yeah.
to go for it.
And Westfield can capitalize on those. Last week, Zionsville did the same thing on about the 28, 30-yard line, missed it, and it really changed the momentum of the game.
Yep. And I believe that's where Westfield got their first score of the game.
Yes.
So Chase Evans back, he'll punt at about his own 15, and the rush is on, almost blocked by number 34, Jackson Garrett. And that ball is going to bounce to the 50 and keep rolling. Evans got a couple nice rolls this evening. $33 yards on the boot. He got a nice roll, or it wouldn't have been as generous of a punt.
And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Shamrocks. 5:50 left to play in the third. Ball on the 39-yard line. We'll see what Nance and Freilich in the backfield can do here for the Shamrocks.
It looks like
big possession right now.
He's a little excited. Drew Newstifter. He's not even in the offensive huddle. He knows what's going on.
No, he's ready to go. Well, just by looking at the stats, I'm going to guess it's a running play.
Because Nance with the pistol. The eye dotted, actually, by Freilich. Busted outside.
Nice shot by
Avoided Ben Groover's tackle. All that for a no gain.
So it's going to be 2nd and 10. Again, ball on the 39-yard line. 5:20 left to play in the third.
20-7, Fishers has extended their lead at Hamilton Southeastern, which even though it's not their field, you can still call it an almost home game for Fishers. Play action fake. Nance will roll out right. Chased by Josh Garcia. Throw and
caught.
Caught at the 45 by Evan Manley. Trying to squint myself in the lights to see that shimmering gold number. Who made that tackle? 6-yard pickup by Manley. Manley's first.
That's the first catch by Evan Manley tonight.
That's the first completed pass by Cam Nance. He's 1 out of 3 for 6 yards.
And like we talked a little bit about the pregame, Manley doesn't have a whole lot of catches, what it looks like on the stats. When you look at how many times Westfield's actually thrown the ball, Manley is getting almost probably 50 or more % of the catches. So great job by Manley of being patient and looking for something there.
Nance hands it off, and looks like the handoff to, I believe, Freilich.
That's going to bring up 4th down here.
4th down, and I believe that'll be 1 yard gain, so a 4th and 2.
And they're not going to take the chance here. They're going to get the punting team out.
Back to punt. Will Harrison does double duties, punting and place kicking. McGuire Plummer back at his own 15-yard line to receive this punt.
Good punt by
Wow,
Harrison.
nice spiraling. He's going to let that one go, and Hauser didn't know until
Great job.
he saw the ball bounce. That's going to be down at the 3-yard line. Wow.
Great job by Will Harrison on the punting today. I mean, really, he's done a great job with the hang time and opportunity to pin them deep here for this drive. But we've seen Westfield do the exact same thing
From the 6.
from the 6.
20-14 is the score now. Fishers leads Hamilton Southeastern. Southeastern just scored. Thank Jim for the update there. 1st and 10, Noblesville at their own 3-yard line. It makes you wonder if they'll go up a sideline. Barnes keeps it himself up to about the 6.
Good run by Barnes, just trying to get it out just a little bit to run the offense.
Yep, got to get yourself a little bit of room. So it'll be 2nd and 7 at their own 6. 3 minutes left, 3rd quarter.
Keep an eye on these two wide receivers on the near side.
Yep, Groover is split in, and check that split end is Thurman, and it'll be Barnes again. Looks like he got to the 7, possibly the 8. It's like a 2-yard. Brian Skelton, number 47, on the tackle.
3rd down and 7, 2:30. Or excuse me, 3rd and 5 with 2:30 left to play in the 3rd.
Ball on their own 8-yard line. Groover in the slot.
Let's see what the
Thurman
Millers
out
do here.
wide. Barnes in the pistol with Hurst.
He looks.
And looks and finds Nolan Ginther up the middle. Noblesville with a passing 1st down.
And that's been open almost every time that he's wanted to throw that ball.
Yeah, Ginther, 2 catches, 43 yards before that. So he gets from the 8-yard line up to the 18, so a 10-yard pickup there. Quietly, Nolan Ginther having a great night. 3 catches, 53 yards. And had a 1st and goal. This one up the middle. Ryan Barnes gets up to the 29-yard line for an 11-yard pickup and another Noblesville 1st down. That's their 7th on the ground.
I think you're seeing that middle tight end open because you have to pay attention to Barnes because he can do stuff just like that, get you quick 1st downs.
See, like last year as a tight end, Ginther was strictly a blocking tight end from what we saw, and now he's been involved. You know, the offense is kind of taking a full circle, if you will. Barnes keeps it himself up to the 31. They give him the 32, so a 3-yard pickup. Yeah, the tight end has actually become a part of Jason Simmons' offensive scheme, and where with the Lance Scheib era, the tight end was more of a blocking player in the lineup. 2nd and 7 as Barnes raced up for 3 yards there.
Watch the one-on-one here down on the near side.
Yep. Barnes looking, goes up the sideline, and Jackson Thurman. There's a pass interference because number 29 and Seth Feltner, number 29, was blanketed all over Jackson Thurman. So instead of being a 1st and 10 at the 30, to check that 2nd and 7, it goes from 2nd and 7 at their own 32 to probably going to be a 1st down and 10 at the 47, their own 47. So up toward midfield, Noblesville with their 3rd 1st down by penalty. 58.4 left here in the 3rd quarter. Barnes points out something. Again, Thurman gets it down to the 46-yard line, so it looks like about a 7-yard pickup.
And again, I said that as soon as I threw that play, but watch the one-on-one here. You've got a shorter cornerback. It looks like they're going to sub him out here, but shorter cornerback on a taller wide receiver. If they're going to let you throw the ball right there every time, then they're going to try to get some screens or some long ball going.
Yep, we're going to see number 28, Dorian Henson. Handoff. Tyler Gonzalez breaks a little bit, and he is close to a 1st down. Looks like from the spot. There was a 2nd and 3 at the 46, and looks like at the 43, he will get 3 and the 1st down. So the 8th rushing 1st down, as if Noblesville doesn't want to, they don't have to run a play, but I think they're going to. Trips bunch near side. Looks like far side is Thurman. Check that far side is Groover. And final play of the 3rd quarter is going to be a 3-yard pickup. I believe that might have been Drew Shive, the fullback. So through 3 quarters of the play, it's Westfield 14, Noblesville 7. And we'd like to thank our sponsors for being with us. Community Health Network, Smith's Jewelers, Church, Hiddle, and Antrim, Ivy Tech Community College, Mark Hairbrandt, Hamilton County Commissioner, Indiana Restoration and Cleaning Services, Noblesville Trophies, and Logan Street Signs and Banners. We've got a score update. End of 3, it's Brownsburg 30, Avon 14. That's over at Brownsburg tonight. And Carmel just rolling away with this one at Greyhound Stadium. They're up 44-20 on the Pike Red Devils. And it looks like Center Grove is up 20-7 just 2 minutes into the 4th quarter over Ben Davis. Thank you, Perry Williams, for those updates. So we will turn the page to quarter number 4. That's kind of cool. Look at the Westfield student body with their cell phone flashlights, if you will. Or
well, you know, in Westfield we're known for pyrotechnics, so we have something called Grand Park, so we always try to bring that with us wherever.
Barnes back to pass, completes this one. Looks like Ben Groover, and he is across the 35 and down to the 31 for 10 yards and a Noblesville 1st down.
And it's been interesting watching both Westfield in the 1st half and Noblesville in the 2nd half. Now, this is, again, the drive, I think, that started at the 6-yard line. So they are marching down the field.
Yep, sure did. 3rd 1st down by passing for Noblesville. They're 15th overall. They have, check that, 14th overall. In the pistol with Barnes is Hurst. Fakes a handoff to Hurst, throws it, and over Nolan Ginther. Ginther was covered by Kobe Hauser.
Barnes hit hard by number 34, I believe, Austin Ward.
2nd down and 10 at the Westfield 32-yard line.
I can't get over those lights.
That's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
In the pistol again. Barnes keeps it himself and up across the 30 down to about the 25. Check that they'll mark that at the 26-yard line. So a 6-yard pickup by Ryan Barnes. 3rd down and 4. 3rd down and 4 at the Westfield 26. $11:20 left here in the 4th quarter, and dare I say, regulation. Barnes in the pistol. Gets rushed.
It's hard.
Gets thrown. And incomplete pass to Ben Groover.
And Barnes is hit hard by number 22, Kobe Hauser.
But the tough kid got up, and he looks like he's fine, or looks like he might need a bottle of water.
And that's the hardest part about when you're the quarterback. You have to completely finish the play, and you, especially, I mean, it's on the near side. He saw that Hauser was coming right at him, but had to try to see if he could complete the pass. So
Jack Knight going to be on. The sophomore kicker in for a 43-yard attempt on the 4th and 4, and the kick is up and
short,
just short.
So the Shamrocks back out with 11:07 left in the 4th quarter. 1st and 10, ball on the 26-yard line.
So they will take over exactly where the ball was snapped at the 26. I'm not sure what's going on here, but they're back further than that.
Now with the missed field goal, did they go to the 25 or the 20?
Looks like the 20, so it's almost like it's a touchback. Looks like Coach Gilbert and some assistants are conferring with the official over there. I get the different levels of football confused.
And 79 is out.
Southeastern gets a field goal in the southeastern part of the county. It's 20-17. They've narrowed the gap. Westfield football looks like at their own 20, not the 26. Hand off to Freilich. He'll go off left side off tackle and gets upended and might be short of the line of scrimmage at the 19. His first negative run.
Once he picks up steam, it's pretty hard to stop him.
He's had 4 carries for no gain, but that's the first time he's had a no gain. So 2nd down and 11 at their own 19. Twins to the near side here with Clint Hostler and Evan Manley.
And it looks like they're going to have Swedan in the backfield.
Pettijohn in motion. Handoff to Swedan. Swedan trying to dance around a little bit. And
still moving.
He's met by some Miller defenders at around the 26, so it'll be a 7-yard pickup.
And that run is going to be putting us at 10 minutes left to play, 3rd and 4.
Third down and 4 at their own 26-yard line after that running play.
Nance in the pistol. Looking to draw the offsides,
like
doesn't get it.
Swedan behind him to dot the formation. Down to 4 seconds. They may have to call a timeout. And if they don't, that's a delay game. Delay game offense. It'll be a 5-yard penalty. Shockingly, with all the penalties, that's only the 4th that I have on Westfield.
But a costly one.
Yeah.
With under 10 minutes to
3rd
play.
and 9.
Yeah, because you're talking 3rd and 4 to 3rd and 9. That's quite a difference on what you can run.
Just like we saw with Barnes and Noblesville's offense when Westfield was offside.
And they're going to need to get this going here.
Down to 10 seconds to get on the play clock. Nance fakes the handoff, looking, and he's going up the sideline. Manley all by himself. And
he's
40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Evan Manley. 79 yards later, so big plays.
Big play on 3rd and 9. And once again, Manley has the opportunity to beat you long. Great job by Evan Manley. Great job as well by Cameron Nance, getting it right along the sideline. So Westfield takes the lead.
20-7 is the count. 9:22 left here in the fourth. And two big plays have busted this a little bit open as Harrison puts the PAT through, and so our score is Westfield 21, Noblesville 7. 9:22 left here in the fourth, and that leaves Noblesville's sideline just kind of beside itself as they've been hit by two big plays. A third quarter 70-yard touchdown run by Nate Freilich and Evan Manley. We saw it coming.
Yes, we did.
As soon as he faked the handoff, the play action by Nance, and we saw Manley just streaking up the sideline
for the commissioner's corner.
And just an amazing catch and score. And we talked about it before the game. Is Evan Manley getting any college offers to go play wide receiver? After that, he better be.
Yeah, and you know, we called last week's game. He's very quiet throughout the game, but when opportunities are given to him, he has the opportunity to take advantage of those. And great job by Manley.
Nance now 2 out of 4 for 85 yards and a touchdown. And Foster lets that one roll right into the end zone for a touchback.
There's a, when you have these games, one of the players you don't always give attention to is your kicker and your punter. And Will Harrison's done a great job today of managing that from the kicking and the punting today.
Yeah, he's done a tremendous job. I mean, he pinned Noblesville down at the 3-yard line with one punt that McGuire Plummer let go over his head, and he's had, I believe, three touchbacks. So Noblesville has themselves in a hole. 21-7 Westfield leads.
Let's see how they respond.
Barnes keeps it himself. Looked like he was going to pass, and he keeps it across the 25, up near the 29, up to the 31.
That's the tough part. When you got 4 out as the wide receivers, you still have a quarterback that can run, and that's what they're going to take advantage of now.
So Ryan Barnes, 11 yards on the first play from scrimmage in this drive. Gives Noblesville 1st and 10 at their own 31. Hurst, let's see who jumped.
Looked like maybe a false start.
So I saw the left tackle and the right guard going at it, so I'm not sure.
They're going to move it on to Noblesville.
That'll march it back 5 yards. 1st and 15 from the 26.
So 9:03 left in the fourth. 1st and down, 15 to go. Ball on the 26-yard line. Barnes keeps it himself.
Again runs 30. Breaks free to the 35, 40, 45, 47. Holy cow.
Great job.
Keeping those legs going. The drive continues.
And that's a dangerous setup for the offense. 4 wide, and Barnes has a great arm. He can throw it down the field, but at the same time he can beat you with your legs. So great job by Noblesville right now, moving the ball down the field.
1st and 10 at their own 47. Barnes, great run there for 19 yards. And we've got
timeout. Looks like timeout Westfield.
Yep, Westfield called it a defensive timeout.
And they need to, because they've kept that same formation the last couple times, and that's been able to move them down the field with Barnes opening up the defense for Noblesville.
So it looked like a close one for the Battle of the Mudsock. 20-17 is the count last we hear from Hamilton Southeastern. Fisher's in the lead by 3. I'd like to thank all of you that have joined us this evening. Yeah, if I can. Yep, next week we will be broadcasting live, as it will be Hamilton Southeastern at Westfield next week in week 5. With Brad Silbert along with Jack Russell for the call of that game.
Yeah. My fantasy football team, I'll probably have Jake Gilbert.
Does he have any tall assistants?
Yeah, exactly.
Barnes back to pass out of the timeout and almost picked off by Jackson Garrett. And did you see all the green in front of him?
Yes.
Jackson Garrett could have easily taken that one to the house.
Great job by Jackson Garrett.
So an incomplete pass. Barnes, 2nd and 10 at their own 47 for Noblesville. Keeps it himself. Doesn't find any room. That'll be a no gainer.
It's a good timeout by Westfield to kind of slow down the tempo and reconfigure what they want to do here for the 3rd down and 10 here. Big 3rd down and 10.
23 carries, $155 for Barnes.
Big 3rd down.
3rd and 10.
Scrambles.
Barnes goes, looks, and finds the
Great
receiver.
pass.
He's knocked out of bounds at the Westfield 39-yard line.
That's the thing. You give Barnes enough time to sit back there in the pocket, he'll pick you apart on the defensive side.
I believe that was Jackson Thurman. And Barnes escapes. We're going to have a penalty in the backfield.
Looks like it's going to be a holding call.
I would say it might be kind of obvious with that. Remember I told you my girlfriend decided she wanted to come for the second half.
Yeah. Is she in the student section?
No, she could probably fit in. She's short. But she's down on the track somewhere, but I can't see where she went. We'll see her after the game. Did Emily end up staying? Or
She is. She's on the Westfield side.
She across the way. Maybe she'll stick out over there. You can
we're
see
trying to stay incognito.
Barnes back foot, throws it.
A little high.
And
Coach Simmons again with a great 30-yard catch. I'm just racking up the fantasy points tonight.
And it's only Friday.
It's only Friday.
You got Saturday and Sunday. Who knows who you have on a college football Saturday. 2nd down and 22. Barnes gets time. I'm sure he's going to try and find Jackson Thurman, or he may go to Ginther. Who knows? Oh, he's had from the backside. That's Byron Hubbard with the sack for Westfield back at the 41.
And he's been getting around the corner tonight, but Barnes has been getting it out pretty quick. Great job by Hubbard to get the sack there.
It's going to be 2nd and 27 at their own 41 for the Millers.
7:25 left to play. 2nd and 27. Ball on the 41-yard line. Westfield leads 21-7.
Big hole. Barnes will keep it himself and up to the 44-yard line for 3 yards.
And that's number 34, Jackson Garrett, with the stop.
Garrett's quite the athlete. Catcher on the baseball team. And that'll force Noblesville to a 4th and 24 at their own 44. So Chase Evans will come in. to punt the ball away.
But we've seen great punting on both sides of the ball today, pinning each other deep, so this would be a great punt here.
Almost blocked, but Evans continually gets a spiral punt, and that ball's going to go, out of bounds like
great
the 4 maybe?
Punt.
What a punt.
3-yard line. Great job. Well, special teams has been really the big decider here, where they put the ball, because last time with the 6-yard line in the first half, and then the last drive was started at the 6-yard line, so it's quite a drive here, but a great opportunity for the Millers if they can get a stop here.
Noblesville definitely needs a stop. 6.5 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Westfield 21, Noblesville 7.
If you're Westfield, you want to get out of the end zone as much as possible, because of safety and giving the ball back is something you don't want to do here.
Yeah, field position like this should definitely motivate the Noblesville defense, but you also could possibly see to the home sideline. Nope, a handoff it is. Sweet Ann. And they do get out of that 3-yard line hole, clear up to the 15 for a 12-yard gain.
That's going to be a first down for the Shamrocks.
All the rushing yards that Westfield has, they don't have a boatload. That's just their 7th first down rushing compared to almost 400 rushing yards last week against Zionsville. It's been big plays.
And when you have running backs like Freilich, and you have running back like Swedan, just big, powerful running backs.
Speaking of powerful, Sweet Ann.
That's what you do.
Up to the 25 from the 15. They'll technically spot him at the 24, 9-yard pickup. Yeah, you decided to go with one back for 17 carries in Freilich, and he's around $135, $140. You got your other back. You can just turn it over to him.
Well,
Sweet Ann can just run the daylights out of the ball.
Yeah, Swedan, 5'10", 205-pound running back. So big running back.
Brings up 2nd down and 1 at their own 24. Hand off Nance to Sweet Ann. Dances around a little bit to the left and gets the first down up to the 31.
Something unique about the Westfield running backs is their footwork. Whether, when they get caught in traffic, you see those feet go a lot faster, and that's something you want to do as a running back, is make sure that you're not static.
Yeah, that bend, don't break attitude
yes,
is
yes.
I don't want to see that update from my phone. Tornado watch. No, thank you.
Well,
we've had enough of that lately.
Yeah. About 5 left in the game. Westfield leads 21-7. 1st and 10. Ball on the 31-yard line.
They could put the nail in the coffin here if they just eat up this clock, and hand off to Sweet Ann again. Fights his way, breaks tackles, and up to about the 36 for a 5-yard pickup. Bringing up a 2nd down and 5. At their own 36 with 4:35 left here in the fourth quarter. Glad you joined us this evening. Craig Atkins alongside Jack Russell. Next week it will be Hamilton Southeastern traveling to Riverview Health Stadium to face Westfield next week. And it's just a beautiful environment and stadium overall at Westfield. Sweet Ann bounces outside. I think we're going to get a holding in the backfield.
Yep.
So a nice run again by Jonathan Sweet Ann, but brought back.
The problem right now is that the Shamrocks are just running however they want to run. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Well, that sounds good. Dairy Queen? Are they still open, Jim?
For all of you at home, that's Jim. Sounds like he's buying Dairy Queen for all of us.
Hey. 4:07 left here, fourth quarter.
It's been an interesting game here tonight. I think penalties are the big factor tonight.
Yeah.
One drive really has dictated how this game has gone, with the unnecessary, unsportsmanlike conduct.
Unsportsmanlike.
That drive has been dictating the game.
Ejected 56 Dalton Davis, unfortunately, from the ball game, and you hate to see that happen with a high school athlete when they don't let cooler heads prevail, if you will. Personal foul. Let's see what they do. I hear a personal foul from PA announcer Bob Tremaine, but still got 2nd and 1 at their own 41.
So 4 minutes to go, 2nd and 1. Ball on the 36-yard line. Westfield looking to take some of the time off the clock. They lead 21-7 over the Noblesville Millers.
Taking their time, actually huddling for once.
Great sportsmanship. I don't know if you saw that. We couldn't get on the screen, but Manley and number 19 for the Millers.
McGuire Plummer, yeah.
Just high five, and that's what this is all about. Great sportsmanship. It's always fun to come out here and.
Sweet Ann, like a bull in a china shop, reminded me right there how he runs, like Mike Allstott, former Purdue running back and Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Oh, Hamilton Southeastern, Scott May and company have come back. It's 23-20 late in that ball game for the Mud Sox. So Southeastern trying to defend their home field.
And also here we have the Midland Trophy that between the Noblesville and the Westfield rivalry.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to bring it up, but
I think we should. It was on social media.
I
saw that. We'll talk about that briefly in a second. Sweet Ann with the carry again. About a 5-yard pickup.
Well, 3 minutes left. The Noblesville Chamber, or actually the Westfield Chamber, challenged early this week. The Noblesville Chamber losing president has to wear the other team's jersey. So with 3 minutes left, we still have plenty of time. But, yeah, it'll be interesting.
Oh.
I think the Chamber Cup is a good term to call it.
This could extend into different sports, too.
Yes, it could.
3:02 left here in the fourth quarter. And a timeout has been burned. I'd like to thank upstairs Will, Lucas, and Kate. Ben looks real excited on the scoreboard over here to my right.
Ben, calm down. Calm down, Ben.
And, of course, Jim Wofford, our executive producer, who's punching all the buttons that need to be punched and making it possible. Hey, he put his own name on the screen. I like that.
Yeah. We got to thank, of course, Perry Williams. Yeah, I was going to say our Twitter extraordinaire, Perry Williams, for all he does as well.
Fast edit on his iPad. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. You can watch our games live on Facebook. And if that's the way you're watching us, true. Sweet Ann, the handoff again. Fishers. They're down. Sweet Ann breaks free, and he is going to possibly, yep, he does score. Nope, out of bounds they're calling him.
They're going to get him at the 1-yard line. Great job by number 36, Jonathan Swedan, all the way to the 1-yard line.
Knocked out of bounds by McGuire Plummer, and if you recall from moments ago, McGuire Plummer playing left corner.
Yeah.
What a pursuit angle out of him.
That's quite a catch there.
Huge pursuit angle to get Sweet Ann at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal at the 1 for Westfield, and this will put the nail completely in the coffin for this game. Sweet Ann.
He's in for the touchdown. With 2:44 left to play in the fourth, Westfield leads 27-7.
Will Harrison going to be on to try the point after attempt. 2:44 left. And as next week, our broadcast crew will be at Westfield as Hamilton Southeastern comes calling to the Shamrocks. Noblesville will head over to Boone County to face the Zionsville Eagles, who last count from their 5:30 kickoff, they were trailing 28-21 to Brebeuf Jesuit. And the kick is good by Will Harrison to make it 28-7. Westfield with 28 unanswered points to take a commanding 28-7 lead. Week 6 on Friday, September 23rd, we'll be back here at Noblesville as Hamilton Heights comes to Noblesville for homecoming. And then week 7, Hamilton Southeastern will be here at Noblesville. Week 8, our broadcast crew will head to Fishers, as I believe Jack and myself will have the call of Westfield at Fishers. And then week 9, to be announced for week 8, we may have a scheduled change.
.244 left to play in the fourth. The Millers taking the field.
They'll take over at, yes, stay tuned for what our week 8 broadcast might be. It might be Waubonsee Valley out of Illinois facing Hamilton Southeastern. Millers have the football at their own 20. Thurman changes the play, it looks like, in the backfield with 4 seconds. They got to get set. 3, 2, 1. Barnes. Incomplete pass to Foster. There's a flag on the field right in front of the Noblesville bench.
And I think they're going to get it with the hand in the back of the jersey right there. Yep, holding. He was holding him right in the back. 2:38 with the holding call. If you are the Shamrocks, do not get beat deep. So making sure that you have the guy in front of you. Playing smart.
And off from Barnes. Looks like Chandler Hurst. Be a 2-yard pickup after that 10-yard mark off from the penalty.
And the clock is running down to 2:15 left to play.
2nd down and 7 at their own 32. 2nd and 8, rather. And the pistol, Barnes looks, and off the paw of Jackson Garrett. That's his second almost interception. 3rd down and 8 at their own 32.
So Barnes in the shotgun. 2 on the near side. Looks.
Back, Barnes passes,
Throws.
and through the hands of number 21, Alex Foster. Bring up 4th down and 8 at their own 32.
And Zionsville did that last week, trying to get it in between 2 coverage, and what happened was 3 interceptions last week. So dangerous defensive set for the Shamrocks, and they're going to bring out the punting unit with 1:55 left to play in the fourth. And I mean, that's a good call. 4th and 8, 1:55, good call.
Evans back at his own 18. Oh, Westfield missing some personnel. Looks like Pettijohn.
Looks like it's going to be on the
delay game, Noblesville.
Noblesville, yep.
Evans, the lefty. Nice spiraling punt. Picked up by Kobe Hauser. Breaks the tackle and winds up near the 40-yard line.
Great job by Kobe Hauser today on the defense and offensive side of the ball. 1:43 left to play.
7 minutes left over in the southeastern part of the county. It's 30-20. Hamilton Southeastern has climbed out of a hole, and they are leading Fishers 30-20 with 7 minutes and change. Westfield will have the ball at their own 42-yard line, and you can almost bank on just running the ball to milk the clock out. It looks like we have a new running back in there. That's number 38, Michael Brown, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, I can't. No.
It may be Henson. Number 28, Dorian Henson. He usually is the running back. And also, I mean, he's a great running back too. So if you're a high power,
it is 38, Michael Brown.
It is 38.
Caught another glimpse of his number.
Yeah, they from the running back position for Westfield, they can go 3-4 deep, and
that's scary with how deep they could possibly go in the 5A football state tournament this year.
And number 38, Michael Brown, 225-pound running back. So
listed as a defensive lineman. Hand off again to Michael Brown. Breaks off left side, 50. Down to the 43-yard line maybe.
And 56.2 seconds left. And for Bob at the Noblesville Chamber, I'll get his jersey size sometime next week so we can get it for him.
Now, whose jersey does he get to wear?
Oh, well, we may even just we may go do a custom one for Bob.
30 seconds left, and gonna take a knee as Cam Nance, and that is gonna do it here at Noblesville.
Yeah, that's going to do it. The Westfield Shamrocks win over the Noblesville Millers 28-7 here at Hare Chevrolet Field.
We'll take a little bit of time and going to try and add the totals up. Mark Roberts, friend of the.
We'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's game: Community Health Network, Smith Jewelers, Church Hill and Antrim, Ivy Tech Community College, Mark Hairbrandt, Hamilton County Commissioner, Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies, and Indiana Restoration and Cleaning Services. What a great game here at Hare Chevrolet Field. Great job by the Shamrocks. Great job by the Millers. Craig is getting the stats all together for everybody.
Jonathan Sweet-Ann finished 11 carries for $117 and a touchdown. I mean, it helps that he had a 51-yarder that could have been 52 and a touchdown, but
yeah, it's a great night for what we thought the weather we were going to have to what we got. This is a great, exciting game here tonight. And the student section for the Westfield Shamrocks is out on the field as well.
All right. Trying to add up the totals quick. Not a bad night through the air. 2 out of 4, 85 yards, and a touchdown for Cam Nance in bullpen duty, if you will. Jonathan Sweetan, 11 carries, 117 yards, and a touchdown for Westfield. Nate Freilich, 17 for 135 and 2 touchdowns. 3 carries, 23 for Cam Nance. Michael Brown, 2 for 16, and Caleb Pettijohn, 3 for 6. And we'll try and add up the Noblesville statistics real quick for you.
Again, I want to thank all of our crew tonight for all that they've done. I want to thank Perry for getting us the stats or the scores from across the state. I want to thank you as well, Craig. It was fun, always fun to be out here at Noblesville Hare Chevrolet Field calling the game with you. And next week, we will be at Westfield for the HSC Westfield game. So it should be a great time as well next Friday.
Still not a bad night. 25 carries, 158 yards unofficially for Ryan Barnes. I mean, he started out the night with 358.
Oh, yeah.
So he was just 200 shy of what he had so far in 3 games. Ben Groover, 1 carry, 27 yards, and a touchdown. Hurst, 10 carries for 26 yards. And Ryan Barnes threw the ball 26 times. He completed 4 of those for 36 yards to Jackson Thurman. And Westfield did, I think, exactly what they wanted to do, blanketing him through the air. Ben Groover, 1 catch, 21 yards. The player that kind of sparked things on offense, but sometimes it really just didn't work. And, the one play he fumbled down the 6-yard line, which could have led to a Noblesville touchdown. Fumbling, and that's when Westfield scored.
Well,
they scored. I'm losing my drive. They scored their first touchdown of the game to tie it up when Nolan Ginther fumbled down there on the 6.
Yeah.
So, huge turning points and big plays is what got this win for Westfield. And like you said in the beginning, they figured each other out. They filled each other out. It took time, but once Westfield figured it out, they figured out exactly what they wanted to do.
Yeah, and great job tonight by Cameron Nance stepping into the quarterback role, taking on the Noblesville Millers. High-pressured situation when you have a rivalry like Noblesville and Westfield, and great job by Nance to control the game and really make this a great win for Westfield at 28-7 on an away game. So big shoes to fill with Sweet, but great job by Nance.
That's a big win for Westfield this evening here at Noblesville. 28-7, our final count. And next week, Hamilton Southeastern, who last count has overcome a 20-7 deficit and are up 30-7 late fourth quarter. Or check that, 30-20. 4 minutes to go in the game. Thank you, Jim. As they're trying to. Oh. And Fishers has just scored to try and narrow the gap again. It was 30-20, and now I believe it's 30-27. 30-26 point.
And there's the Midland. There's the Midland Trophy right there being raised by the Westfield Shamrocks.
Shiny right in the middle. And we will thank our sponsors one final time before we step aside until next week's game in Week 5. It'll be Hamilton Southeastern at Westfield. And it'll be Brad Silbert along with Jack Russell. I'd like to thank Community Health Network, Smith's Jewelers, Church Hiddle and Antrim, Ivy Tech, Mark Hairbrandt, County Commissioner, Logan Street Signs and Banners, Indiana Restoration Services, and Noblesville Trophies for Will, Lucas, and Kate upstairs. Ben on the scoreboard, and Jim, our executive producer. Perry Williams with his score updates from around the area. And Jack Russell on the color. I'm Craig Atkins, folks. Join us Monday night for the Hamilton County Football Coaches Show. Jack Russell going to join us
I'll be
Monday
there.
night.
They're going to get tired of me Monday and Friday.
Hey, you know what? They'll take us and they'll leave us. It's going to be a fun night Monday with the coaches starting at 7 o'clock right here on Hometown Television.